Good evening, I'm Camelia and this is KiniNews. Faisal Halim held his first press conference following an acid attack last month. The heavily guarded media session was held at the Selangor FC training center in Shah Alam. National footballer Faisal Halim said he has never made enemies with anyone and was always friendly towards others. Faisal said this in his first press conference after a traumatic acid attack last month. Throughout the press conference, Faisal appeared sombre, on several occasions failing to stop his tears from falling as he recalled the incident. Commenting further, Faisal said he initially intended to retire from professional football and return to his hometown for his family's safety.
Saya cakap kepada isteri saya, kepada keluarga saya, ayah saya, abang-abang saya tak kisah. Saya sanggup hilang gaji saya berpuluh ribu. Saya nak balik ke kampung, duduk tenang. Saya boleh bekerja walaupun sehari RM50, RM1. Janji keluarga saya selamat. Saya tak perlu hidup dalam ketakutan. Sebab apa yang berlaku kepada saya ni satu benda yang luar jangkaan dan luar yang saya memang tak boleh terima. Keluarga saya semua dalam ketakutan.
However, he said Selangor FC guaranteed his safety as well as his family's, and that had motivated him to keep playing football. Faisal also acknowledged that it is now time to focus on the recovery process before thinking about returning to the football field. He said he hoped to return to the field in a month or a bit longer. At the same time, Faisal expressed gratitude to all parties who had shown their concerns towards him. He also advised against speculations on the May 5th incident. The parents of Zayn Rayyan was charged with neglect at the Sessions Court today. They pleaded not guilty after the charges were read to them. The parents of Zayn Rayyan Abdul Matiin have been charged at the Sessions Court today with neglect of the 6-year-old autistic child, which may have caused him physical injuries last year. Zaim, Ikhwan, Zahari and Ismanira Abdul Manaf, both 29 years old, pleaded not guilty after the charges were read to them before Judge Syahliza Warnoh. According to Bernama, the offence allegedly took place around Jalan PJU Damansara Damai between 12 p.m. on December 5th and 9:55 p.m. on December 6th. The charges were brought under Section 31(1)(a) of the Child Act 2001, read together with Section 34 of the same Act, which provides for a maximum fine of 50,000 ringgit or imprisonment of up to 20 years or both upon conviction. Today marks the end of the remand order against the couple. The court had previously granted a 7-day remand order on June 1st and a further extension of 6 days. On December 6 last year, Zayn Rayyan's body was found in a stream near his home at Idaman Damansara Damai apartments after he was reported missing a day earlier. His parents were arrested on May 31st around Shah Alam, Selangor in relation to the case. If you want access to news like this and to read the full story with views from other individuals on the issue, subscribe now to Malaysia Kini and support independent media. The MACC is still tracking down Muhyiddin's son-in-law. Azam Baki said Muhammad Adlan Berhan has not been found yet and he has not contacted the MACC. MACC Chief Commissioner Azam Baki said the anti-graft agency is still locating businessperson Muhammad Adlan Berhan, the son-in-law of former Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin, over a corruption case. He said efforts to locate him include seeking cooperation from Interpol and other authorities. Azam added that there are no developments in the probe as Adlan has not yet been found and he has not contacted the MACC to surrender himself. He said their next steps include continuing to work with Interpol and other authorities to locate him. MACC was reportedly seeking Adlan and a lawyer, Mansoor Saad, to assist in investigating the misappropriation of a biometric registration, recruitment and storage project for foreign workers for a ministry. The authorities said Adlan and Mansoor left the country respectively on May 17th and May 21st, 2023. Shah Alam has told the police that no permits are needed to organize peaceful assemblies. This came following their insistence on a permit for University Malaysia Sabah students to hold a rally tomorrow. Shah Alam has criticized the police for insisting on a permit to hold a rally. It said this is as there is no such requirement indicated under the Peaceful Assembly Act 2012. Their remarks came after Harian Metro reported Kota Kinabalu District Police Chief Kasim Muda as saying earlier today that University Malaysia Sabah students cannot hold the Kami Mahu Air rally tomorrow because they did not receive approval from the authorities. In a statement today, Swaram Executive Director Sevan Dorasami said no permits are needed, and this fact was reinforced by the Inspector General of Police on March 4th. He added that it is also enshrined in the PAA via the requirement of organizers to notify the police 5 days before the assembly. He stressed that anyone should be able to organize and participate in peaceful assemblies without facing intimidation and reprisals from any party. He also urged the Kota Kinabalu police to facilitate tomorrow's peaceful demonstration whilst ensuring the safety of organizers and participants present. Students from UMS are planning to hold a rally tomorrow outside Menara Kinabalu, the main administration building for the Sabah government, due to frequent water cuts at the university.
Zaid Ibrahim has highlighted the Bajau Laut evictions as an example of the Madani government's hypocrisy. This came after authorities reportedly demolished their stilt houses.
Former Law Minister Zaid Ibrahim has criticized the Madani administration over the Bajau Laut evictions in Sabah. In a post on X, Zaid said that it shows the government's hypocrisy. Zaid added that people should see for themselves how the so-called humanitarian government deals with these stateless people. This comes after it was reported that authorities had evicted the Bajau Laut community in Semporna and demolished their stilt houses. Touching on the community's plight, Zaid said they have lived in that part of Sabah for centuries, even before Malaysia came about. While acknowledging that many of them are undocumented, he said a responsible government would recognize their hardships, history and traditions. He added that a responsible government will also recognize their lifestyles and traditions and try to accommodate them in the context of modern living requirements such as providing schools. However, he said this government gave them an eviction notice instead. Zaid urged Sabahan leaders to take a joint stand on how to treat the Bajau Laut people with compassion. He also called on the government to absorb them into society with proper guidance. He said they must be helped so they can be part of the Sabahan community.
Bersatu has issued termination notices to its rogue representatives. According to Hamzah Zainuddin, the notices were sent out to 6 lawmakers yesterday.
Bersatu issued termination notices to 6 more of its elected representatives who have pledged support for the ruling Madani government yesterday evening. In a statement, Bersatu's Secretary General Hamzah Zainuddin said notice of immediate termination of party membership was served on 6 elected Bersatu representatives for alleged non-compliance with Clause 10.4 of the party's constitution. Hamzah said that for Labuan MP Suhaili Abdul Rahman, the notice of his immediate termination was issued earlier on May 17 for violating Article 10.2.6 of the Constitution. He said the entire process is done in accordance with the party constitution and national laws as provided under Article 49A of the Federal Constitution and or relevant state laws. Apart from Suhaili, the other elected representatives involved are Bukit Gantang MP Syed Abu Husin Hafiz Syed Abdul Fasal, Gua Musang MP and Nenggiri Assemblyperson Muhammad Azizi Abu Naim, Tanjung Karang MP Zulkifli Peri Hanapi, Jeli MP Zahari Kecik and Kuala Kangsar MP Iskandar Zulkarnain Abdul Khalid. The move came ahead of the upcoming parliamentary sitting later this month, which would pave the way for the party to declare their seats vacant. Despite the move aimed at vacating the seats of the renegade representatives and triggering by-elections, some experts have voiced their opinion that the terminated members would simply continue as independent representatives.
That is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Kimelia. Thanks for watching.